Hey everybody, it's Julie. Thanks for joining me for this Bible journaling process video. We are using the July Faith Art Box by Creative Retreat Kits. This is just a peek of some of the contents of the kit. You will see them during the process. I will also link up in the corner here, as well as in the comments, Lindsay's wonderful unboxing video. I am using these Faber-Castell Pitt Big Brush Pens as my ink and just to get my color in today, and they match these awesome yummy colors of the kit. I love this kit this month. So I'm going to get started here. We are in Galatians chapter 5, and the whole theme of this month is the fruit of the Spirit. Now, the devotional content is awesome, and it doesn't just focus on the fruit of the Spirit, but it really talks about the battle between the fruit of the flesh and the fruit of the Spirit. So I'm actually in a new Bible today, and I'm just seeing how this particular Bible works and these pages work. And I've got a clean page here. Usually, well, in all of my other Bibles, I have journaled this page. This is a very popular page, but I'm really enjoying this focus and this content of the devotion. So let me just go ahead and tell you what I'm doing here. I am using one of Lindsay's tricks by using the back of my stamp, and I stamped the shape. I used first the apple, and now I'm just smushing. So I colored the ink onto first the back of the stamp, the back side of it, and now I'm using a little bit of packaging. I cut it down so I could manage it. I didn't want a big piece, and I'm just coloring it a little bit and then wetting it a little bit with an aqua brush. You could use a paintbrush for that. Just to wet it a little bit, get that ink wet and good and flowing, and then you just smush it onto the page. Now this, for me, it gave the impression of kind of juice, fruit juice, smushed or poured or spilt. So that's what I was going for. So I've got these two different techniques going. And now I'm actually using the correct side of the stamp, and I'm just coloring it. I love these stamps because they give, it's a sketched impression. They're just gorgeous. Now, my outline didn't do a very good job. Now, I'm not going for a super precise look here, just an impression. And, you know, if I were inking this with ink pads, this would go a lot faster. I didn't have all these colors of ink, and plus I wanted this kind of watercolory, this, like I said, that juicy look, and I wouldn't have achieved that with the ink pads. It would have just been much more vivid and precise, and I wanted this impressionistic look. So that's what I'm going for here. It's taking me a little bit longer. I'm going to speed it up. I didn't have it as fast here this first time because I wanted you to see what I was doing. This ink, because it's made out of an India ink in these Pitt brush markers, they do stain your clear stamps, your photopolymer stamps, but it does not interfere with how they work. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. So now I've taken the orange stamp and I'm coloring the back side of it again, and that just gives me the shape. This works if the stamp is in the same shape as the outline. This is two-step stamping, and now I'm going in and doing the smushing technique. So again, I've got two different techniques going. I'm doing the stamping with the back side, and then I stamp the outline over that, and then I'm also smushing some of the color and then stamping the outline. And that just gives me a little bit of variety here, and I'm doing a whole background on my page. Now this one is my favorite, the pear stamp. So the colors I'm using here are orange glaze, dark chrome yellow, light green, and then you'll see me pull out pink madder lake. So this pear is my favorite. Now this particular passage, we're all familiar with it, the fruit of the Spirit. But what we don't always focus on is what comes before that, where it talks about how there's the fruit of the flesh, which is drunkenness and envy and strife and idolatry and jealousy, all those things. And it's a constant battle within us between our flesh and the Spirit. And it's
what
a
kind
matter
of
of what
soil
we
we
allow
provide
to
for the Spirit
grow within us, to grow those seeds within us. So that's what I'm focusing on here. So just on screen, I've done the pink now, and I'm going to come in with this greenery. Now, I'm not doing it green, I'm doing it pink, because those were just the colors I wanted to do. I really like how this is looking as my background. Now, because I'm making such a colorful background, and I think stamping is going to just kind of fade into it all, I'm going to use the stickers for my title. So I am stamping now, again with the markers, stamping all of the words. So in the kit, it has, you see all these 4 images, the pear, the apple, the, what was the other one, the orange, and then the greenery, and then these words, the peace, love, joy, kindness, gentleness, and I think there's one more. And so I'm stamping these with the different colors. Again, just giving, just going random, kind of off the side. Now, it does not have all 9 fruit of the Spirit. And I think the reason why is because Danielle wanted to include words that you could use over and over in your Bible journaling. And I don't know that self-control and all of the 9 words were things that we could always use over and over. So we do have those stickers, but I wanted to keep it all stamped or in the background without the stickers. So I wrote those in, and I happen to have a couple of precision pens that I could use. I'll have those linked. Those were from Illustrated Faith. So I'm highlighting the verses, and I'm just alternating the colors with my markers just to give that same variety. Now you see the sticker sheet over there on the right. Isn't that gorgeous? I love those stickers. And then the alphas, they are circles this time. They're coins in this beautiful green color. So I'm spelling out good fruit. No, I'm sorry. Good seeds grow good fruit. And that's what I'm going to be spelling here with my stickers. And the reason, again, why I'm using the stickers, because I think they just stand out against that backdrop. If I had tried to stamp, I could have stamped in black, but I just went for the stickers this time. I'm using all stickers except for the background stamping. So it says, good seeds grow good fruit. And I'm going to embellish it a little bit with the wonky hearts and a couple of the arrows and things like that. So what do you think of this background? Again, it takes a little bit of time. I'm adding a flag here, and that's where I'm going to write my script in, the text reference. It took a little bit of time, but you know, sometimes we can devote some extra time into our journaling, and sometimes we can't. So if you wanted to keep this more simple, just do the inking. Just do it with stamps. And this would have gone a lot faster if I were just stamping it with ink, with a stamp pad. And Creative Retreat has some great stamp pads in our shop. And let's see, I'm not sure if I'm going to show you in a few minutes. It does bleed through a little bit. I was finding these pages, they're very thick, and I love how white and how big the margins are. I will link this Bible in the margin, in the comments. But it seems to absorb all the color. So I may need to prep my pages a little bit more, or I'm going to be dealing with a lot of bleed through. Oh well, it is what it is. So I'm outlining my verses. I'm adding a little bit of detailing with my white gel pen. I'm going to do some journaling down there, which will be black. And let's see, what else am I going to do here? I'm going to do some splatter painting. That's what I'm going to do, just to give it some black on here. I'm using my black Pitt Big Brush marker, and I'm just splattering that. And you'll see here what I'm talking about. The page just kind of absorbs the paint. Now I'm covering up the stickers there. I didn't want them to get splattered on, so I'm just covering them up with the little packaging that I used for the smushing. I have so much of this packaging. I don't throw much of that away. I keep it for various purposes for things like this. So I'm just going to heat set that. Just an aside here, if you've seen any of my previous videos, I had a different heat tool and I ended up burning the stew out of my arm. You might be able to see the scar on my left arm. So I got a different heat tool that's not quite as hot. So now you also get some of these little enamel shapes this month instead of bow clippies. And I love them. They come in circles, various sizes of circles and hearts. And they're just perfect for this kit. Oh, there you can see my burn. So I'm adding some washi tape. This is just some random washi I had in my stash. I thought it kind of mimicked the seeds look, which goes along with the theme here that I'm doing. So, oh, there's the bleed through. You can see a little bit of that. I'm using my powder tool to get rid of that sticky. I'm using one of these circles up here at the top that says Spirit Produce in Me Fruit. So I'm adding a bow at the top, just some fabric that I had in my stash. It's fruity. I thought it matched well, and I'm stamping the date at the bottom. Be sure to check out the links that I provide for the products that I've used and for the Faith Art Box. I predict this one's going to sell out. It is just so amazing. And also check out the blog post that I've written, and I just go more into the details of this passage and the heart behind this page. And give this video a thumbs up if it inspired you. Leave any comments in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks so much, and God bless. Bye-bye.